Now I'm talking about amniocentesis. It is a parental test in which a small amount of amniotic fluid is removed from the sac surrounding the fetus for testing. The sample of amniotic fluid less than 25 ml is removed through a fine needle inserted into the uterus through the abdomen under ultrasound guidance. The fluid is then sent to a laboratory for analysis. Different test can be performed on a sample of amniotic fluid depending on the genetic risk and indication for the test. Amniocentesis is performed to look for certain type of birth defects such as Down syndrome, a chromosomal abnormality. Because amniocentesis present a small risk for both the mother and her baby, the parental test is generally offered to the women who has a significant risk for genetic disease, including those who have an abnormal ultrasound or have a family history of certain birth defect or have previously had a child or pregnancy with a birth defect or will be 35 or older at the time of delivery. So, amniocentesis is a technique used to diagnose fetal abnormalities by drawing a sample of amniotic fluid by hypodermic needle inserted through the mother's abdomen into the uterus. तो सेंटेसिस एक ऐसी टेक्निक है जिसमें कि अगर बच्चे में जो फीटल है जिसमें कोई एबनॉर्मलिटी है तो उसका एमनियोटिक फ्लूइड लेके मदर का उसमें निडल के थ्रू इंसर्ट करके मदर के एब्डोमेन से और यूट्रस के थ्रू पता लगाया जाता है कि बच्चा जो है वो उसमें कोई एबनॉर्मलिटी तो नहीं, बच्चा सही से डेवलप कर रहा है या नहीं। और ये देखने के लिए कि जो बेबी होने वाला है वो लड़का है या लड़की, ये देखने के लिए नहीं की जाती है एमनियोसेंटेसिस। इसके लिए बैन है गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से। बस उसकी ग्रोथ सही हो रही है या नहीं या कोई हेरिडिटरी डिजीज़ है ये पता लगाने के लिए एमनियोसेंटेसिस कर सकते हैं। Amniocentesis is usually considered for any pregnant woman who is 35 years of age or more at delivery, or individual who already have a child with a chromosome problem such as Down syndrome, or individual who themselves have a chromosome translocation or abnormality, or couple at risk for parentally diagnosable genetic conditions such as Tay-Sachs disease, cystic fibrosis or sickle cell anemia. An ultrasound indicating possible fetal abnormalities. Prior to performing the procedure, a fetal ultrasound is performed to assess fetal number, viability and gestational age, as well as uterine anatomy, placental position and fluid status. Thereafter, a small sample of amniotic fluid is obtained from the mother's uterus under ultrasound guidance. A thin needle is used to withdraw about 10 ml of amniotic fluid for analysis. The procedure takes 2 to 3 minutes. Menstrual-like cramping may occur during or after the test. Avoiding heavy lifting and strenuous exercise for 2-3 days are usually the main restriction after amniocentesis. Amniocentesis is usually performed before 15th week of pregnancy to allow enough time for safe abortion if recommended. Amniocentesis is a common and reliable tool in parental diagnosis that can provide the obstetrician and patient with essential information regarding the prognosis of pregnancy. It is the primary tool of parental genetic studies. One of the main use of amniocentesis is to detect chromosomal abnormality. With amniocentesis, it is possible to reconstruct the karyotype of an individual, that is, map his or her chromosome. तो क्रोमोसोम नंबर एबनॉर्मल तो नहीं है देखने के लिए एमनियोसेंटेसिस की जाती है This allows the detection of trisomic means extra chromosome, monosomic means missing chromosome, and other structural defect in the chromosome. The trisomies can lead to a variety of abnormalities. The most common trisomy is called Down syndrome, a trisomy of chromosome pair 21, and it leads to mental retardation and various physical problem. तो डाउन सिंड्रोम जो है वो ऐसी डिजीज़ है जिसमें 21 क्रोमोसोम का जो पेयर होता है वहाँ पर ट्राइसोमी हो जाती है, वहाँ 3 क्रोमोसोम हो जाते हैं. अदर कॉमन ट्राइसोमीज आर ट्राइसोमीज 13 and 18 which generally cause a baby to die shortly after birth, and sex chromosome trisomies. Examining the chromosome also allow the sex to be determined, which may be of particular interest to women who are carrier of sex-linked disorders such as hemophilia or Duchenne muscular dystrophy. In addition to examine the fetal cell for chromosome abnormality, the amniotic fluid can be tested for a level of AFP, acetylcholine esterase, and hemoglobin F. It is possible to detect neural tube defects including encephalopathy, spina bifida, and meningomyelocele. Besides, several metabolic disorders can be detected by this technique. By amniocentesis, one can know the sex of the fetus because the sex chromosome of the baby are visible in the cell withdrawn in the sample of amniotic fluid. However, this beneficial technique is sometimes misused as by knowing the sex of amniotic fluid. However, this beneficial technique is sometimes misused. Knowing the sex, the female fetus, which would have been absolutely normal, is ruthlessly destroyed. However, no doctor performs amniocentesis just to satisfy the curiosity of parents. Amniocentesis is always advised for women over the age of 35 whose babies are most likely to suffer from birth defects.